What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco. We back with another one of this Philly the podcast. Before we get into all this, because we're gonna talk about something, we're gonna talk about two quick things, nothing crazy, but be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family if you are new. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. We just passed 150,000 views for the channel. We've only had this up for like 7 months. I appreciate it so much, man. That's a major milestone. Can't wait to get to 200K right around the corner. So, what are we going to talk about, right? Well, my man Chris Maragos has his own podcast. Shout out to him. Maybe one of these days I can get him on here. We could talk. But he had Nick Foles and he had Trey Burton on there. Now, they talked about the Super Bowl and they talked about the 4th and goal play. We all know it as Philly. It's what my whole, the name of my podcast is based on is Philly. So they said the original play call was going to be, and I want to get the exact name, was going to be speed O left. So basically a speed option. There's a couple things wrong here. All right. Let me go ahead and read what Nick Foles said before I get into my opinion on what's wrong here. Foles said the speed option play had failed constantly during practice, citing that one time they fumbled the ball to have it returned for a touchdown. Ultimately, Foles went with his gut during the timeout, and the rest is history. So, obviously, it didn't work. I don't know what Doug is thinking. Nick Foles is not an agile quarterback. I wouldn't even want you to run a speed option on 4th down in the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts, let alone Nick Foles. I mean, as more stories come out, I'm starting to understand why Doug is not here. Look, I mean, I've said it before. We've all said it before. We saw the, the mic'd up clip of the Super Bowl. We all basically saw that Nick Foles called that play. And, kudos to Doug. He went with it. He went with his quarterback's decision. But speed option? A speed option? A speed option. Now, our running backs back then were Blunt, Ajayi, Clement, right? Who is the speed option there? Who's the option of speed? Who has an option to speed it up? That's what I want to figure out. Who is the speed in this option, Doug? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Probably the weird. Imagine the change in history. If we would have went with a speed option and would have lost that game. I don't understand how Doug Peterson won this city a Super Bowl. I was about to curse. Y'all almost had me. I don't understand how he won this city a Super Bowl. With thoughts like that, with play calling like that. I mean, look, during the Super Bowl, he was amazing, right? I mean, during the Super Bowl, his play calling, everything worked at least. Maybe it wasn't amazing, but everything worked. But a speed option, that could have changed the whole game. I want to know how many more plays Nick Foles called that game. That's what I want to know. A speed option on 4th down. I'm trying to think, like, who would be us? Maybe Greg Ward would have been the option guy to pitch it to. I want more information. I'm going to look, more into it. I'm gonna try and get more information because I need to know who is the speed option on that play, because that just makes zero sense to me, especially when it did not work at all. So for Doug to be so ready to call it, now I don't know if he called it and it was changed, or if that was just the presumed call going into the game if they were in that situation. I don't know. But that should have never been an option. That should have never been on the play call. That should have never been on the play sheet. Excuse me. That's just ridiculous. I don't understand. I don't get it at all. I don't get it all. Please tell me in the comments who you think would be the option for speed there, because I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Like I said, the more you learn about what Doug wanted to do, the more I'm not too surprised that he is gone. Now, on to something that's a little bit more, a little bit more sunshines and rainbows. Brian Westbrook. Now, a week ago, Brian Westbrook was asked if he would want to be the running back coach, and he said flat out no. He said that he had no interest. Now, recently, we still don't have a running backs coach. Recently, someone tweeted to him, what's up with Westbrook? He tweeted back and said, I'm available. I don't know what happened within that week. Maybe some hirings happened that he liked. Maybe some firings happened that he liked. But it seems like Brian Westbrook might be open to come coach our running backs. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Look, I mean, it might end up another Deuce Staley situation where he's here for 10 years and, we're fighting for him to get a promotion and he doesn't. It might end up like that. It might not. But I think he was an amazing running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that can go unsaid. But he can teach this team some things, man. He was an all-around running back. He was a great blocker, obviously a great receiving back, obviously a great runner. I believe he was one of the few, if not the only, that has 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving in the same season. So, like I said, he was an all-around back. He can come in here and teach some guys some different things, and I think he would definitely garner the respect of the players, just like Deuce did. So, like I said, that's not, it's all Twitter talk. It's all, it's weird that we're in the Super Bowl and one of the trending topics right now is the Philadelphia Eagles. It is what it is. But, Deuce, like I said, not Deuce, excuse me. Brian Westbrook is not, I don't think, even really on the radar of the Eagles right now. But maybe with that tweet, that changes some things. We know how much, Howie and Jeffrey love to go back to their old tree and, pick some of the same fruit. So maybe they go back and get Brian Westbrook. I would not be mad at that. I haven't really heard many names outside of the Denver running backs coach that we interviewed. I haven't heard many names for that position. So look, bring them on in. Bring them both in. I've said this before. The coaches don't go against our cap hit. So bring them all in. Bring anybody that wants to teach these guys something. Bring them in. I think Brian Westbrook will be a great addition to this coaching staff. But that's all I got for you right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Definitely be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get this to 1,300 before the end of the month. I appreciate y'all. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is fly, Eagles fly. And we are out here. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.